What do you guys want to talk about? You want to talk about golf?
Let's talk about golf. Harry, in the fall, you discussed kind of the battle you've been having with your confidence and how it became a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy of getting down on yourself and how it translates to your game. You've been playing, though, well as of late. What kind of work have you done to kind of build up that conviction in yourself?
God, you guys are good at asking questions. I shouldn't be shocked. Just kind of, I spent some time with Dr. Bob Rotella just after Christmas, and no offense to him, didn't learn anything new. But that wasn't the goal. There's no secret to kind of belief and giving yourself the key word that I brought out was giving yourself the gift of a great mindset. And then, nothing result-based, and painting a picture, seeing the shot before you hit it, walking in there and hitting it. And then just you got to live with it if it doesn't go as you plan. And I am, yes, playing better golf. I think I'm like 3 out of 10 that are like, oh, yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen in my head. And I still need to be better at my reaction and kind of, I guess I react to it still a little bit too, gosh. And it's frustrating because, man, I'm painting some awesome pictures. I'm seeing shot, which is really good. And once my skills continue to get better, then it's just like, it's the most fun you could ever have. You're playing golf again like a 12-year-old. But I need to be careful that I don't get all riled up and angry at the world because my golf ball didn't do what I wanted it to do. So, I don't know. There wasn't really anything work-wise that I did. This is all stuff that I know, that every one of us know. And I'm trying to make the choice every day to give myself the gift of a great mindset. And it's hard. None of us, no one in this world is perfect, and I certainly am not. And I've done a poor job. Other days I've done a great job. A couple weeks ago in Palm Springs, I felt like I was about to lose it. And I turned to my brother and said, say something stupid. Tell me a stupid joke just so I don't freak out. And then went on and shot 4, 5, 6 under on the back nine, whatever it was. And I wouldn't have allowed myself to go to him in previous years and be like, yo, help me out, man. I internalized it way too much and got all riled up, and then it wastes my energy. And then at times it wastes your energy so much that you're not all the way ready to hit your next shot. So it's, I guess, nothing new. I'm not really working on it. I'm just trying to do my best at giving myself the gift of a great mindset every day. Maybe I was like a 6, 7 out of 10 the last couple days. I don't know that I'm ever going to be a 10 out of 10. I'd love it. But, sadly, it is a results-based business. It's not a sad thing. We love competing, and I love beating people. But, boy, I'm trying my best to not focus on any of that. Just painting pictures, seeing golf shots, and walking in there and believing that that's what's going to happen.
Obviously, trying to disconnect the enjoyment from the results is hard enough as is, but is it even harder when, during this week when you're in contention? Are you looking up at the leaderboard and seeing that, or are you just trying to totally put that out?
Nope, not pulling up the PGA Tour app, nothing. Trying to. I didn't do a good enough job. I didn't play the back nine at Pebble this week, and we've been here 3 or 4 times, so it hadn't changed. But part of my practice rounds now are locating scoreboards to do one of these. So a couple of them caught my eye on the back nine, but you're able to I did a pretty good job of shaking it off. And then we also had the situation, the 2 groups in front of us, and on 11 we get up there and the guys that were in the group were standing over there. No one knew what to do. I didn't want to be rude and keep playing, and so that in a way, I wouldn't say it was necessarily a positive thing, but who really, I missed a 6-footer for birdie on 11 and didn't really care. It was like, I just hope the gentleman is okay. That could have been any one of us. So today was a weird day, and then I could still be down on the beach there on 18. I don't know if you guys saw how I played that hole, but I've hit a lot of shots up the coastline, not on grass. So very thankful to be finished. I made an awesome 6, which kind of pisses me off, but it was an awesome 6 regardless. I'm going to go put my feet up and get ready for tomorrow. Spyglass has been my nemesis. So like I was saying, I'm going to have to do a really good job of, especially I'm sure it's going to rain and be cold and probably a little windy. I'm going to have to do a really good job of being patient, trying my best to be Happy Harry all day tomorrow, no matter what happens. So decent day tomorrow, and we may have a chance to win this thing.
Did you see the Bills-Bengals game?
No, that was the one that we missed. I think maybe it was Saturday while I was playing.
I just wondered if you could relate to those players and what happened with them.
The first Bills.
Oh, the first one, yes. Oh, the Monday night one, yeah. I mean, it had some shades of that. I was standing on the tee. They looked like they were about 250 yards away, maybe even less, 200 yards away, and they were hammering away CPR on the gentleman. So, yeah, in a way, and it was weird. We teed off on 11, and once I got up there and saw the group that the caddy was in, they were off to the side, and they were obviously very emotional, hugging each other. I called a rules official over and just wanted, is this okay? I don't want to be rude and keep going. Like, golf doesn't matter at all now, right? And I guess fortunately it didn't happen in our group, that we didn't really. And then at the time that I had asked that, it was also voiced to us that things have improved, right? The gentleman is most likely going to recover, so that obviously takes a weight off your shoulders. But yeah, I mean, none of us have ever had to deal with that. I mean, no one in the NFL had ever had to deal with what happened, 6-7 weeks ago. So there is no playbook. There is nothing to do. In a way, I was worried that we were still going, but then at the same time, it's like, all right, well, we're soldier on, keep going, hope he's okay. And fortunately, we did get some good news while we were on 11, which helped. I mean, it was
The rules officials tell you something?
Yeah, I had seen one. I saw the group off to the left, and I saw tees in the fairway. So clearly, they had marked their balls and they were waiting. And I had seen a rules official, on the rope line, and I wanted to call him over and be like, hey, man, if I'm fine stopping if this is a very delicate, weird situation. The group in front of us had played the hole and gotten back to 12T, so it seemed like they were, okay to continue on. It was just, I don't want to say weird to, take any gravity away from the situation, but it was just a weird situation. I think everybody on property knew what had happened, and everybody was flat, right? There was no energy, no juice on any of the holes coming in. And again, fortunately, it was just awkward too, walking right through that group and continuing to play. And fortunately, me personally, selfishly, it kept my mind at ease that we had gotten some good news as I played through that group, basically. And I don't know, maybe if it was not so good news, it was uncomfortable enough in a way that I could have seen myself being like, I'm not going to do this. It didn't happen in my group. I didn't get a first-hand account of anything, but this doesn't feel right. I'm not going to keep going. And fortunately, we got some good news and kept going, and I hope there's more good news in the coming hours and days. Just a very difficult and, kind of a first, and hopefully a last.
One other thing. When you were just talking about, Happy Harry,
Sure.
Not looking at boards and all that other stuff. If you take the emotion part away, or to the head part that you can take away, do you think your game is good enough to beat anybody out here?
Yeah. I don't think anybody would ever answer that any different. It's certainly when I am in a good frame of mind and more accepting, it's even easier. But yeah, and I don't know if I would have answered that same question about a year ago. No, a little less than a year ago in the same manner. But yeah, I don't even really feel like I've gotten remarkably better at anything. I've just been a little nicer to myself, and it's been a little easier. It is such a results-driven business that we're in, and everybody wants to beat everybody. But I'm trying not to focus on that and trying to just do my own what and see how great I can be. And yes, I believe that I can be one of, if not the greatest. who knows if I'll ever get there, but I sure feel that way, especially if I give myself the gift of a good mindset.
And do you feel like, as you're in that process, do you feel like you're starting to have more fun out there, at least compared to this time last year?
Yeah, it wasn't a ton of fun out there today because it was crazy difficult. Yes, that's the goal. I mean, this is supposed to be fun. I get to play a game for a living. And I had no fun for about 10 months last year playing golf. You can't see behind me right now, but we can see out the little corner, right? This is supposed to be fun. I'm playing. Fred Perpall is one of my great friends back in Dallas. This should be a ton of fun. And it's not always. I am human. We are human. Sometimes it's no fun, leave me alone. But yeah, I mean, that's another big piece of this. If I allow myself to have more fun, I know I play better golf doing that anyway. So again, I'm trying to make the choice and live it kind of day in and day out. But obviously there are things that come up in each and every day that sometimes make it difficult to have more fun.
Thank you.
Sorry, I can talk.
And we can listen.